I always thought that my binge eating was just a result of the fact that I just was not disciplined enough. I didn't have enough willpower to say no. I thought that was the root of my issue. And what I didn't realize at the time, which I know now, is that the root of my binge eating was actually how I dealt with my emotions and honestly how I lived my entire life. Because growing up, I was so used to listening to other people and not listening to my intuition, listening to other people telling me what I should do, how I should live my life, and never questioning, is that right for me? So to give you an example, I have always been into working out and fitness and nutrition. But my parents told me that I have to go to school to either be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. And if you're Asian, you probably can relate. So that's what I did. Okay, that's what you need to do to be successful in life. Cool, I guess that's what I should do. And following that path was so out of alignment with what I wanted for myself. But again, I never questioned, is that actually what I want? And so because I was following this path that my parents told me I should do, I was constantly depressed and stressed and anxious. Again, because I wasn't doing what I actually wanted to do. And because I was constantly depressed, stressed, and anxious every day, how do I cope with those emotions? Like, I'm living in these emotions 24/7. How do I cope with this? Food and alcohol, super easy way to cope with it, right? So I had to confront all the areas of my life where I was like, this is not the life that I want. So I ended up graduating and finishing college. But after that, I was like, I know this is not the path I want to go down. I want to be a fitness coach, and definitely did not have the support from my parents. And that was terrifying. They had no faith in me, which then made me doubt myself. So again, constant anxiety and stress on a daily basis of just like, oh my God, what if this doesn't work out? And then how do I cope with those emotions? Food and alcohol. So I had to start rewiring my subconscious beliefs, my limiting beliefs, the way I was living my life, like everything that I had heard from my parents or society that intuitively I didn't agree with. I had to start rewiring all of those beliefs, which is not easy by any means. That is not easy by any means. And something that I've always known about myself is that I'm not a traditional woman. Like, I've never pictured myself in a wedding dress. I've never pictured my own wedding. I've never pictured myself with kids. Like, I've never pictured myself with any of these things. And I've always been, what I feel like is different, yet trying to fit myself into the mold that society is trying to fit me in. And so uncovering the parts of me where I'm like, okay, this is what I actually want, yet this is what I'm striving for because other people tell me that's what I should strive for or should do. I had to separate the two to figure out what is the life that I actually want to live, not what people are trying to tell me. And it wasn't until I started to do that self-discovery process of, I am just trying to fit in and not be rejected by society, but that is making me feel like I'm living a life that is not true to me, which then again just makes me feel depressed and anxious every day, which then leads me to want to eat and drink the crap out of my feelings. Like, that process and uncovering every aspect of my life that wasn't true to me, that took me a very long time. It took me several years and a lot of hard moments with myself that, again, I told myself, I'm not going to use food and alcohol to avoid this. And I see this in so many of the women that I work with as well, where we are just like people pleasers. We are people pleasers and we don't want to upset other people and we just want to fit in, you know? And because of that, we don't follow our dreams and our passions. We don't speak up when we want to. We don't share our voice because we don't want to rock the boat. And because we are never expressing ourselves fully and being who we are, embracing who we are, because we're not doing that, we constantly feel suppressed and we feel like this cloud of depression constantly around us. And again, go into food, or drinking your feelings is a really easy way to escape that cloud temporarily. Like maybe you're in a job right now that you hate and you know like this is not what you want to do, but maybe you're scared to go find a new job or actually follow your passion because you don't believe in yourself, right? And you're scared of what people might say if you fail. Or maybe you're in a relationship with somebody that you do not like, but it's been several years and you are very comfortable, and going out there to date again is terrifying. Like, what if you don't find somebody else? Or what if this is the best you're going to get, right? Like all of this lack of self-confidence is the reason why we are not speaking up, not going after our goals, not being true to who we are. And then we constantly feel like there's something wrong with our lives, that we're constantly feeling negative and we want to escape that negativity. Nobody likes to sit in negativity. And so now we're trying to escape it. And then again, what's the easiest way to escape those emotions? Food and alcohol, which obviously then leads to weight gain, which then leads to not liking ourselves, which then leads to more lack of self-confidence. And it's just a vicious cycle. And that was a vicious cycle that I was in. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it was easy, because it wasn't. I had to change every aspect of my life, how I approach the things that scare me, and instead of avoiding them, confront them. All of that was absolutely terrifying, but it is the only reason that I can sit here today and tell you that I have the best relationship with food. I don't even drink anymore. Girl, I don't even drink alcohol anymore. I didn't even know that was possible. I started drinking when I was like 13 years old. And Dad, if you're watching this, sorry, but yeah, I started drinking when I was 13 years old. And yeah, I mean, alcohol was just a major part of my life for so long. And now I don't feel the need to drink and escape my emotions. Craziness, like absolute insanity. But that is because I have finally weeded out all the areas of my life where I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. Or I don't want that person in my life. And yeah, this is a hard conversation. And yeah, I feel kind of guilty, but I got to live my life for me. I got to live my life that's true to me and be courageous enough to weed out the things that do not fit what I envision for my life. But again, as women, we are so used to being people pleasers that we will sacrifice our own goals and our own vision and our own passions just to please other people or to prevent criticism and rejection. So learning how to embrace criticism, embrace rejection, and understand that if I do not start changing my life, even though that's going to come with a lot of painful things, I'm going to be stuck in this binge eating, drinking cycle forever. But that was a hard work that has changed my life. And I used to be I used to be scared of everything. Like everything. I used to be scared of everything. I was a very fearful person. And now, although that fear does creep up, I genuinely feel like I can go after whatever goals I have, whatever dreams I have. There's nothing that's too big for me. I'm just going to put one foot in front of the other and work towards it. No fear, no anxiety can stop me. But I had to start taking those baby steps in the beginning and uncovering the areas of my life that I knew weren't true to me, and then ask myself, okay, this is not what I want. This is what I want. What are the steps that I need to take to get closer to what I want? And you are going to notice a lot of fear creeps up because you're going to go, oh my God, what if I can't do it? What if I fail? What if you succeed? What if you succeed? That is the question that you have to ask yourself. So this is the uncovering, the changing my lifestyle process that ultimately helped me confront my emotions so that I no longer needed to cope with food and alcohol, which then led me to lose weight and then feel good about myself and have confidence and believe in myself and love myself. So I hope that you found this video helpful and insightful. I know it's not easy, but I just want to share parts of my story to help give you some hope if you are in the shoes that I was many years ago. Now, if you are new to this channel, hello and welcome. My name is Vivian, but you can call me Viv. I am an online nutrition and fitness coach, and I help women overcome yo-yo dieting and build a healthy, positive relationship with food and their body again. If you are at all interested in working with me, then please visit my website at www.teamevolve.co. You can also follow me on Instagram at Vivian No, and on TikTok at Vivian No with an underscore at the end. If you want to see more binge eating content from me and other tips that have helped me overcome it, then go ahead and click this video right here. And otherwise, I am sending you so much love on your journey, and I will see you in my next video.